Well, well, g'day, folks. Yesterday, when I was making my pork spare ribs, my barbecue pork spare ribs, I said today for lunch I was going to make some deviled eggs. Well, I'm about to do that now. I'm just waiting for the water to reach temperature. It's 86.4. It's got to reach 88. And I can put the eggs in, and the eggs have got to be in for 20 minutes. Then I've got to make the filling. I've got to take the yolks out, put them in a dish, and add some sour cream, some Dijon mustard, and salt and pepper. Then I've got to whiz it up in my Marmix mixer. And then I've got to pipe the mixture into the egg whites that are left with a bit of luck, or should I say with a lot of luck. So we'll keep our fingers crossed, and let's see what the temperature is now. It's 87.2. Now, I can't take credit for this. There's another guy I went on the internet last night, and or yesterday morning actually, and I had another look at it again last night. I've had another look at it again this morning. I can't take credit for this recipe. I've nicked it. I hope he doesn't mind. But he also said on his channel that he can't take credit for it either. He got it from somewhere else. So this is what happens. We all swap around, and that's okay. Anybody wants to nick my recipe that I put on here today, I'm doing it a little bit different to him. When I put the filling in, the white of the egg, I'm going to just decorate it with a little bit of paprika, some parsley, and some very finely chopped spring onion. And that's the fancy bit that I'm putting on. So he did something a bit different, and that's okay too, because like he said on his video, you could put whatever you like on there. You want to put there, it's going. Now I shall endeavour to put the eggs in. I've got a stand in there, but I'm going to put 3 eggs in off the stand because it only holds 6. That's 3 in. Now, got to get these the right way up. 1. Apparently, if you do the eggs this way, it helps the yolk to stay centre. It looks like I've got a 7 egg ring. I thought it was 6. Okay. And I've got to cook these for 20 minutes. Right, so 20 minutes. The guy suggested his temperature of 192 Fahrenheit, which is about 88 centigrade, or Celsius. Sorry. You can have a more hard boiled than that. It doesn't matter. But I want the whites set, but I don't want the yolks. I don't want the yolks to be too hard. I want to be able to cream them up a bit. When I've done this, I've got to put them in a water bath, ice bath with icing. So I'll bring you back then and hope for the best. I hope Beryl likes it. Now, I'm doing 9 eggs, which will give me 18 halves. Beryl and I won't eat all them, but when my son Glyn found out that I was doing deviled eggs, do me some so I can take him to work tomorrow. Oh, okay then. I'll do some for him. I'm going to do him 6 halves so he can take them for his lunch tomorrow. So he's get 3 eggs. Beryl's getting 5 halves and I'm getting 7 halves. So I keep banging this blooming stand. I'm going to have to reposition it, I think, so I don't kick it. I've not got big feet either. I've only got little feet. Come on. Hey. Righty ho then. Let's get out of here and I'll bring you back in a bit. Well, that's the time up. Let's put the eggs out first. Then I'll get the ice and put some water in.
Because of its different gluten structure, sprouts can be more unpredictable to work with than regular wheat flour.
That's my rack. I've got 2 eggs left there. Ouch, a finger wet in the water. That's bloody hot. Right, I'll get the ice.
First Sprouts Chelsea flour show loaf is flavoured with orange zest and decorated with honeycomb and beans.
Is it going in a tin or are you doing it on a flat tray? Good idea to do that.
Now I'll keep them in there. I shall keep them in there till they're absolutely cold, and then I shall peel them and I'll bring you back in a little while. Shouldn't take too long. I'm going to turn that off now, but I'm going to do that on my phone. Okay. Well, so far so good. I've just got to mix the sour cream and the mustard and all the other stuff, salt and pepper, and then put it in a piping bag, which I've got here ready to go. I've got a piping bag in there. Put it in there. Cut the end off and put it in the whites if they turn out the way they're supposed to. I'm not going to peel them now because they'll be too soft. I want them firm. So the colder they are, the better. And I'll bring you back in a little while, or should I say, the pommy way. I'll bring you back in a bit. Thanks for sticking with it, guys. Okay, folks. Here we are again. I've actually done 8 of the eggs, and I'll do the last one, show you how I do it. I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me peeling 9 eggs. But it's pretty slow going. But I've cooled them down in an ice bath. And once you get them going, they're quite easy. But oh, we're on a roll here. Just got to be a bit careful. Sometimes they stick a bit. Well, there you go. That's that. Now, what we have to do here is I'm going to take these out because I'm going to need that bowl. There's still bits of egg there, eggshell.
For their second challenge,
Right, let's see what we got here. I'll wide the knife and damp it a bit so it cooks properly.
Now this particular challenge is one of Mary's recipes. But seeing as this morning we've had some gluten-free and some
Have a go at that.
I'm suggesting this should be judge-free. So the best will of the world, please. Job on.
So, what is it? Well, Mary has left you with a decadent
I'll
which she likes to knock up.
assign the camera to over there so you can see what I'm doing.
It's a French classic. It's a hazelnut.
Take the whites out, the yolks out.
45 minutes.
That just
to concoct this delicious
there's the yolk.
So on your marks, get set, bake.
They're looking all right so far. Oh, I've got to wipe the knife. I don't want them to stick and pull them apart.
I've never made it though. Exactly.
So far, so good.
Originating from the spa town of Dax in southwest France. And it comprises several layers of nut meringue and rich cream.
It feels like the most complex technical so far.
I think it's just going to be a timing thing.
At least know what one is.
I can remember the days
I don't know what this is at all.
I'd never have been able to do this. Oh well, I would have never have thought of doing this. Just trying to make life a little bit more interesting for me with what I've been dealt at least this time of my life, and I keep setting myself different challenges. Keep yourself occupied. That's okay too, isn't it? I would think. No dramas there.
I've never done nuts in a meringue before, but I know you.
With that, trying to keep yourself. See, these are a bit off centre. These are the ones that I didn't have in the racks sitting upright. There was two of them. There's the other. That's one of them. I think I've already done one. The others should be all right now.
Mainly because until recently I didn't have any sort of electric whisking like that. I might spend half an hour whisking up a meringue, so I never really bothered. Clearly, I need to bother now.
Wow, that's a big yolk.
It's up to the bakers to decide when to add the meringue's additional ingredients.
Just add in the sugar now. Glossy, stiff peak should form.
I've never put corn flour into meringue before. I would imagine it gives it a bit of substance.
Yeah, a few eggs here.
Through the hazelnuts, although I might sift them just to get out some of the bigger bits.
I might stick these in the fridge for a little while. Don't think it'll do them any harm.
I think I'm just folding these in.
So you've got to make sure that you don't let the air out of the mixture.
That looks blooming good.
There isn't much time to mess about with these.
Wow, last one.
I mean, you have to work really quickly because the oil in the nuts is starting already to break down the egg whites.
Oh, I think that looks good. You've got no worries. Slightly flat for the piping, but it's
That one was perfect.
Okay.
Mary's recipe does not specify a baking time.
I've no idea how long these things go in the oven for, so just gonna have to keep an eye on them.
The meringue should be baked until just light and crisp. Any further, and the hazelnut will become bitter.
Right.
I just switched the meringues round.
Now then.
I'm finding that the ones at the bottom actually are browning a little bit quicker than the other one, just to get an even distribution of colour.
In the recipe
It says to make the next step on this
that I'm using,
mash, but I'd rather
it said
get the custard
to use
cooling.
a third of a cup of cream, of sour cream. I'm going to use half a cup because he only did 6 eggs, so I'm doing 9 eggs. And
Because it's a custard, that's what I need to remind myself.
a good pinch of salt.
Coffee custard forms the base of the
A
cream.
little bit of black pepper.
So what's different about this one? It's got the cream going through it, so it's almost like it's a slightly more moussey custard. Mousseline.
He said a tablespoon of mustard, though. I'm afraid.
Before adding the whipped cream.
It's not going to be a tablespoon.
Okay, bakers, that's 1 hour before there's a mousseline, there's mousseline. It didn't work, but you know, you can try it.
I don't think it's far off, to be honest with you. They're not twisting up at all.
It's going to be a teaspoon of mustard.
Cream should be carefully folded.
Right, and then we'll do the sour cream.
It looks quite thick. It looks like it's holes in.
Lucky I had a new one in.
It may not be able to support the layers of meringue.
Might be thick enough, but just have to hold it.
The meringues need to be out of
Right
the
then.
oven, given enough time to cool completely before the dacquoise is assembled.
Yes, yeah, really.
Check the oven's right. Not this stuff.
I'm not worried
I'm going to make some flour now.
Sugar needs to be
about putting too much sour cream in. We all like sour cream in this
Just
house.
want to make sure I don't miss anything.
And
before stirring
it makes up for the lack of mustard that I'm putting in, because we're not all great lovers of mustard. I don't mind mustard being in a recipe if it's necessary.
It's just fiddly because it's hot. And
Right.
out on soup hardens really quickly.
Half a cup.
Each dacquoise should have 12 touches. And being really silly and using my fingers.
You've got 10 minutes left.
Put that in the sink, put that over there.
You've got double piping.
Get rid of that spoon.
Just because otherwise I'll just squash it on. It's like half the way I need to know. But then I don't want to squeeze it in. So maybe we'll just squash it on.
I'll need that spoon again.
Will it take the air out of the pipe?
Now, what I have to do now, if you just bear with me, I've got to get my bar mix mixer out
A little bit more before I took it.
to chomp it all up
I'm just going to try
and make it nice and creamy, so I can
Bacon, you've got 5 minutes on your nut cluster. 5 minutes to go.
put it in the piping bag. Now that's done, that's done, that's done. So just bear with me. I'll bring you back in a minute.
That's got carpet tar all over it. Better text.
Okie dokie, here we go.
But the custard.
Now I've got two of these machines,
This is interesting.
the bar mix. One's mine that I had, and the other one is my dad's. And we'll see how we go with it. Oh, it's working all right. Doing the job.
In this case, this one,
Right.
rather an uneven finish, and the filling is rather runny.
Number 4 is this one.
Get that spoon again.
Your Prali's not very good. Your Ganesh has probably been out and has been put on.
Not cool enough.
Okay, I thought so.
And in third place, good even piping, but the meringue itself a little too runny.
And number 2 is this one. It came down to the volume of the meringue really between 1 and 2.
I'll unplug it,
And in first place, Ruby,
because I'm going to have to get my hands in.
good height, good definition of the meringue,
Tastes
and
nice.
the filling held together very well. Well
Going to
done.
have to pull the blade out.
One would have been better, but it's alright.
I'm astounded. I did not think it was going to
Well, that was in
be
tight.
better. Could have been not last. Things haven't gone.
That wasn't going to come out.
Plan, but tomorrow's a new day.
It's sticky. Gotta get it all out. Can't waste food. I might need it anyway. all them whites. Hope I'm not blocking your vision. That's going to have to do, I think. Get it off my fingers.
Did someone say KFC?
Right then. I hope there's enough here. It doesn't have to be that smooth. As smooth as I can get it. Right. Just clean that off a bit there. Right, in it goes.
It takes a certain type of owner to make it a Toyota certified pre-owned vehicle. Toyota certified pre-owned in a class of its own. Toyota.
From untouched landscapes to wildlife wonders, experience Antarctica with the experts. For a limited time only, save $5,000 or more on our best-selling all-inclusive expeditions. Change the way you see the world.
It's sticky.
Spring of the garden, it makes me happy. It's my
Need
happy
the other
place.
spoon, I think. There we go.
Where you find me sale the lowest price on the same stock item, will beat it by 10%. Lowest prices are just the beginning.
Looks alright. Had a little taste. I got some on my finger and I had a bit of a taste of it. And yes, I did wipe my finger. Didn't double dip. God, you couldn't do that with my missus. Double dipping. She'd go right off. In her younger days. She didn't like you watching her either. If I stood there to watch what she's doing, she'd go off.
Community can give you a power, an energy that you didn't think you had. That's the good stuff.
Stop standing over my shoulder.
The joy of seeing each other through.
You women are funny creatures. But we love you.
Feeling a bit blessed. Not quite at our best. All when we feel the same and
Right on then. I might lick the bowl. Well, I haven't done that since I was a kid.
with personalized daily vitamins. So no matter the weather, you can feel good. Today and every day. You decide your forecast at vitable.com.au.
Right. Let's have a look. See how we're done. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Can't believe that. That's my son's. Slide down there. Don't want to make a too big a hole in it,
Challenge remaining.
but I want it big enough that it comes out. We'll see how that goes.
Really, it was like a blip, and it instantly rectifies it.
Is she safe then, do you think? Do you think she's in the
Not
States?
first in the technical, just really
Did
bad
I
way
get
to
it?
carry it. Might not be enough.
Kimberly was second in the technical, and she had
Can't
similar
tell.
problems with her signature loaf, didn't she? She just was a bit wrong. On to Francis, who was midway in the
Yeah, I did. I got it.
You look so good, so when you're writing, you want to tear off a chunk. And I think, you know, the showstopper today, I hope that she doesn't over-decorate it.
Christine?
You can always make it bigger, but you can't make it smaller.
Quite well baked, you thought.
I thought it was okay, I thought she was massive. She's got to come up today.
Right, let's have a go at this. No, it needs to.
Did very well in the country.
The flavours that she got in it, and it did look like a focaccia, the structure was right.
Does that save her?
It depends on what she does today. This is the problem. You know, it's almost in reverse from signature to technical.
It could go anyway.
Still needs a bit more.
And now I want to toast.
Okay.
showstopper challenge. What you bake today could secure your place in the semi-final, so no biggie. What we'd like you to bake is a 3D
Well, you think
novelty cake. Now this could be
the
any shape
fact
you like. It can be a
that
shoe, a cat, a pair of Paul Hollywood
the yolks
glasses.
came out
We don't
of
mind,
there
okay, but
and it was full when the yolks were in
dairy
there,
free. So butter,
you'd think
cheese, and milk.
there'd be enough with all the added other stuff that I've added in.
You can use any
Wouldn't
vegetables
you?
choose. You've got 4 hours on the clock. So, on your marks, get set, go!
I'm not too good at this
Nearly all recipes for vegetable cake are dairy
piping
free.
stuff,
Traditionally feature
as you probably can see. But
Most cakes will have butter,
we're giving it a go.
eggs, they'll have milk in there. But by taking out the dairy, they've got to think outside the box. Then they've got to think of the vegetables. The vegetables release oil, they'll release a natural flavouring. It's about the quantity that you put in there because it will restrict and retard whatever flour you're going to use. And so it's very tricky when you bring all those components together to actually bake something that looks good and tastes good.
It'd be nice to think I've done too much.
They're not even their made of perfect cake.
That'd be a lovely thought.
It is difficult when they're using vegetables. They're often a
Oh,
very
it's
close cake.
pretty stiff.
Very moist. We are looking for a cake with a good base, and then they've got to all have for a good decoration.
I am making a 3D sweet potato cake in the shape of a guitar. I made it twice, this cake, and both times it's come out really good, so I don't foresee any problems.
Christine is flavouring her sweet potato electric guitar with fresh pineapple, spices, and fresh passion fruit icing.
It's quite a dense cake. It's a bit like bread pudding texture. It's lots of spices. It's just delicious.
So what do you discover it cake with?
I'm making a marshmallow fondant, which is quite quick to make.
And what are you thinking? Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck, Brian May,
Brian
Jimmy
May every time.
May,
Brian May.
all the time.
Jimmy Page.
Page?
Jimmy Page.
Oh, now I'm getting the hang of it.
My 3D novelty cake is going to be made into the shape of a wooden board with a
Oh, it's going to be heaps.
cheese on top.
Beck is using butternut squash as the basis for her cheese board cake, flavouring it with peach jam and infesting it with fondant mice.
I haven't practiced this cake, so I don't know how it's going to go. Bringing it slightly, but yeah. Should all be fine, hopefully.
Kimberly
I'm gonna fill 'em up a bit.
butternut squash in her cake, inspired by childhood memories.
This toadstool cake was the cake that my mum made for my brother when he was little. So I remember kind of being quite small and being fascinated by it. I thought it would be quite a nice little kind of tribute to those memories.
Her squash toadstool house
How's
is
that?
filled with spices, maple syrup, and non-dairy buttercream, surrounded by fondant decorations.
The plan is just to get the cake in as soon as possible. I want to kind of speed through this part so I've got as much time as possible to do the decorations properly without having to feel like I'm rushing them.
I'm making a carrot cake in the shape of an allotment plot. So there's going to be a shed and vegetable beds and stuff like that.
Ruby's allotment will have poppy seed soil and pistachio grass, and a shed built with dark chocolate planks and a crawling roof.
So this is your basic cake mixture for that big cake.
I don't know if this is big enough
quite a
bowl
big
for all
mix,
of that.
actually.
It's a huge mix. It's a huge mix.
This is the biggest mix you've ever worked with, isn't it?
That looks all right.
This is weird for me. It's really weird.
I think it's very exciting to do it.
I've just washed my hands.
Francis's 3D novelty cake was a bit of non-Ruby's vegetable allotment.
So it's going to be like a sort of a pot.
Okay,
Having three
now.
hidden in there, and then I'll have dill acting like a carrot top, and then I'm going to make some little edible bowls, some mini little edible plants, and then a little
Put a-
barb label topper and some sesame seeds. It should
a
look
little
like
bit
a
of-
horticultural sort of like garden, I suppose.
Francis is making a
This
beetroot and
onion
walnut
on.
for the earth part of her design, flavouring it with dark chocolate and orange zest, and topped with a ground praline chocolate soil.
Well, beetroot and walnuts are so good, and also I find beetroot is quite a sort of earthy, soily taste anyway.
it's not overpowering, and also adds a real nice moistness to the cake.
They're not the
I really
neatest
like that.
eggs I've ever
Because they are high in moisture,
seen in my life,
vegetable
but
cakes need longer to bake than usual cakes, so it's important to get them in the oven early.
I'm not selling them.
Some good ideas there, I think.
We've got some really good ideas, and they're using techniques they haven't used before.
When you're looking at Ruby, I mean, it's the first time you're going to see her out of her comfort zone, which is actually making something look very pretty and very different.
Frances, as usual, is doing lots of intricate things on her vegetable garden. I just hope she doesn't spend too much time on all the things round
Right.
rather than the actual cake. Christine's will be
One more.
impeccably, but I don't like the idea when she said it's a bit like the
That's just spring onion.
It's really important part. Well, it's got
Now then. Again, another little teaspoon. Bit of paprika, or paprika, who knows? English language. Oh.
I'll give it another 5 minutes just to be safe.
That's just for colour, it's not for taste. Probably won't even taste it.
Cakes done.
Vegetable cakes
Right.
so building them into 3D novelty shapes
One.
requires a fair bit of precision.
Okay, well, this looks good. I mean, there's a lot
Two.
of construction work on the shed.
There's quite a lot of
Three.
construction work going on.
Can you remember
Four.
all your measurements?
I
Or have you got
remember some of my measurements.
5. They're barrels. One, 2, 3,
Just need to get them cool
4,
in time is the only thing now. So I can
5,
mix them without
6,
melting the buttercream or something like that.
7. They're mine. The rest of my son's for work.
Until the last few moments when it's final
I'll
touches.
put them in a container for him.
Just haven't actually had time to do those final touches.
And
Cream is often used
in the meantime,
for cakes, so to make a non-dairy alternative, Christine
oh hello, we'll have a bit of a taste test. And then I'll go and give Beryl hers. Well, there we go. That's the finished product. What do you reckon?
And what the side vinegar does is it just adds that real, you only use a tiny bit, but it just adds that slight tang that makes it more like a cream cheese.
Francis is going one step further by making a non-dairy dark
Wow.
chocolate sauce.
I use coconut cream with chocolate and golden syrup and orange rind. So it's quite tasty.
With that spring onion on, you just get a little tiny little bit of crunch. And you get the soft
That's what I always tried it before I came on here, and then it came
sour cream.
clear to me that it was anything but.
And you just get that very, very faintest tang of mustard. Not much. But you taste, you could tell the seasoned well.
So sorry.
Alright folks, enjoy the video. I hope you stayed it till the end. Do all the good stuff, leave a like, comment, share the video with your friends or anybody you like, and please consider subscribing to my channel. Redneck Hillbilly. So, Redneck Hillbilly 544. And I'll see you again in the next one. I don't know what I'm doing next, but I'm certainly going to be using this sous vide again. It does a fantastic job. They tell me, and I saw a video of it last night, of them actually doing a poached egg. They did 3. One at 8 seconds, it was a bit sloppy. One at 13 seconds, which I like the best, and one at 12 seconds. But the 13-second one still had a runny yolk. The whites were completely set, So I'm going to try them because that's my favourite egg, is poached eggs. But you can never get them right in a poacher or in the microwave. I've tried all ways. I've tried about 10 different ways. And they've been alright, but they've never been perfect, you know. These that they did on with the sous vide, just pretty perfect. So, you know, I'm certainly going to give them a go. I want to do some steaks, and I also want to do a joint of roast beef that I can do with Yorkshire pudding. I've done a roast beef and it turned out great, but I did the recipe for the deli beef, and it's a little bit different. A lot of doing chuck steak and top steak and loads of other cheap cuts of the steak, and I'm going to have a go at that. I've done chicken in it. The chicken was very nice, but I used the chicken the other night for sandwiches, and it was tender and juicy. It kept the juices in, and it didn't dry out or get tough or rubbery or anything. Okay guys, like I say, I'll catch you in the next one, and as I usually say, is ta-ra for now.